Time for NBC10 Coffee Break with Frank and Friends.
Our Thursday morning edition. Thank you for joining us with your cup of choice starter fluid or whatever it happens to be at this coffee break hour. And as always, of course, we'd like to hear from you. Let us know on Facebook about what you are thinking about what we are doing. Now, you ask, what are we doing with our friends here? Susan Roberts of the Rhode Island Red Cross is with us. We're going to talk about the Free Smoke Alarm campaign underway now. Second annual event coordination with the Red Cross and the NBC 10 folks. Maybe you've seen the ads from Katie Davis and Emily Voles about what we're trying to do. We are also going to be graced by some great music by Grace Morrison and her friends. She's from Wareham. Her fellow musicians are from the South Shore of Massachusetts, and they'll be performing in the area tomorrow night. And we'll talk about that in just a moment as well. First, a couple of quick items that you may or may not have heard about. And one involves the Pawtucket Red Sox, a frequent topic of conversation the last few years here on Coffee Break as we watch their saga from Pawtucket to Worcester. And today's development, I get a kick out of these names, I got to tell you. The Pawtucket Red Sox have trademarked 3 team nicknames after their move to Worcester. The Worcester Business Journal reports there is no official decision on which name the team will use, but 3 names have been trademarked, which are Worcester's, Ruby Legs, and my personal favorite, Wicked Worms. And there's a story behind that nickname we'll get to in just a moment. Worcester's and Ruby Legs reference former teams in the city. Polar Park was also trademarked. The trademarks were filed with the U.S. Patent Office in February for branding on clothing and merchandise, as well as entertainment services. Last year, a trademark for Woo Sox was filed, but the Paw Sox do not own the branding on that. So Wicked Worms, as I said, is my favorite. Now, why did they come up with the name Wicked Worms? Well, I guess at one point, the city of Worcester, or at least part of it, was called Wormtown, originally because of a big company there, the Wormtown Trading Company, and more recently, the Wormtown Brewery. So I guess that name kind of stuck, hence the Wicked Worms might be the new nickname or familiar name for the Worcester Red Sox. We'll see how that goes. Now, this next item, I'll just read it and then I'll explain why I believe this is just one of the many reasons how computers have driven this world insane, and how the computers have made smartphone owners not so smart in some cases. So you follow along with me, you'll see what I'm talking about. Firefighters in Manchester, New Hampshire had to rescue a man from a tree. He got stuck there when he went up the tree after his drone. Daniel LaCourse climbed the 60-foot tree to recover the drone. He read up online how to climb a tree, but he still got stuck. So his friend called 911, and it took a half an hour to get him down. He's okay, and so is the drone. So those are the facts of the story. And what captured my attention about this story is that he had to go online to learn how to climb a tree. You know what I'm saying, Susan?
Yeah.
And I was thinking,
yikes.
Have we gone so far away from playing outside? Are we staring at our phones for so long that we don't know how to climb a tree anymore? Oh, my.
Oh, boy.
All right. Let's Google how to climb a tree. I can't get over that. Well, I'm pleased to say that we have a group of musicians here. Nothing's on computer. Nothing's automated, programmed, or coded. These are actual musicians playing actual musical instruments, and we're going to hear about them now. This is great. Singer-songwriter Grace Morrison presents a special CD release concert for her newest album, Reasons, tomorrow in New Bedford. She's here now with a preview of her great work. And this is called, coincidentally enough, Reasons.
Tell me another story about you. I wanna know why. Your stories pile up, a river, and I need another reason to try. seasons in the making. It's left behind is proud.
Well, here we have 3 great reasons to check out Grace Morrison and her friends tomorrow night at the James Arnold Mansion at the Wamsutter Club in New Bedford. 7:30, the performance starts. Grace, introduce your crew to us, please.
This is John Baptista.
On 6-string electric guitar.
Yes, sir.
And Sam Babineau.
On violin or fiddle, maybe? Fiddle. More appropriately for this kind of music. How long have you guys been performing in venues?
Oh, John and I have been playing together 5 years, maybe?
Five or six.
Potentially more than that. And Sam's for 2.
And you are from Wareham, and I'm going to guess that at a young age, even younger than you are, that you knew this is what you wanted to do.
Yeah, this is the only thing I can do in life, one skill.
Well, we got to go with what we know, and you guys do a great job. Do you travel much around New England or outside of New England?
We do, yeah. We're going to be all over the U.S. this next coming year.
Excellent. And again, it's tomorrow night at the Wamsutter Club, which is housed in the James Arnold Mansion in New Bedford. And we'll bring you the address and more information about the tickets and what have you. And we wish you a lot of luck. You guys sound great.
Thank you so much.
We're going to talk about that campaign about the smoke alarms in just a moment, but first a quick check of the weather forecast. And much like the month of April, it seems like it's going to be a long time before we can get out of this rainy pattern. As you can see from our 10-day forecast, for today we expect temperatures in the mid-50s with a chance of occasional showers. It's going to be dreary and cool, and a low temperature overnight in the low 40s. Another day, much like today, tomorrow, isolated pockets of rain with high temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. And look at the weekend. There might be even less of a meds-a-meds weekend. Not quite meds-a-meds. In other words, not quite 50-50. Afternoon rain on Saturday, but real warm, mid-60s. Scattered showers on Sunday, highs in the mid-50s. And look, we all go back to work on Monday and Tuesday under generally sunny skies. But that's the way it goes sometime. All the weekends can't be sunny and 70, but be nice to get rid of the rain for at least more than a couple of days. We'll see. By July, we'll be complaining about the dog days, right, Susan?
We will, absolutely.
We want to let you know now, as we said, about the Sound the Alarm event now underway with the goal of trying to see to it that no one is without smoke alarms in their homes. The Rhode Island Red Cross is behind the event, and Rhode Island Red Cross Executive Director Susan Roberts is with us now. And you have crews that go to homes and actually install the smoke detectors, much like the ones we have in front of you.
We absolutely do. So it's all about saving lives, and we want to build resilient communities. We know that 7 people perish in home fires in their homes, and for the most part that's due to no working smoke alarms or no alarms at all, and 36 people are injured seriously due to that, and we want to reduce those numbers, and we can do that. It's very simple. We're going to go out and install smoke alarms, and it's all free of charge.
The day of the event is?
So the day of the event is Saturday, May 11th, and we're going to be installing from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And again, everything's free. We do the installations free. The alarms are free.
Now, that's not this weekend, but it's next weekend. A weekend of Mother's Day, I guess.
Which is really good, because if you don't know what to get your mother for Mother's Day, call her up and say, hey, Mom, we'd like to make your home safe, and give us a call. We'll come in and install those for free.
All right. What stage are you in now? Are you accepting, what would it be, applications from people who want to take part? And you're also recruiting volunteers, or maybe you've already done that?
So both. Or get online and set up an appointment. And we'll get those scheduled, and we have teams that will actually come out and install those alarms for you. First, they're going to take a look at your alarms to see if they're good working alarms and that they're installed in the proper place. And then we will install those, and it's all good. And then secondly, we're looking for volunteers, because as you can imagine, it's a huge undertaking to go in and do this.
Yeah, and you may need a little bit of quick training, but just about anybody, I think, can do it.
Yeah, so we do. We actually provide the training. It's very quick and easy. You'll have a Red Cross person with you and your team. You'll go out and install those alarms, and then if you get stuck with an installation, you can call back. We have a supervisor on hand that will assist with that.
All right, it's probably mid-morning on Saturday through daylight hours, more or less?
Yeah, so 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. we'll be out and we're going to install. And if you see us canvassing in your neighborhood, let us in.
All right. If we have piqued any interest in people who want to volunteer or who want to participate and receive these smoke alarms, how can they get information?
Okay, so we have a website here, and we also have a phone number that you can call. The website is soundthealarm.org/Rhode Island, or you can call 877-287-3327 and choose option 1. We're going to be targeting the areas of Warwick, Cranston, Providence, Central Falls, and Pawtucket, and our goal is to install 1,000 alarms on that one day.
All right, Susan Roberts, thank you very much for joining us.
Great, thank you.
Thank you for joining us today on Coffee Break. Why don't we wrap things up musically? What a great idea. Grace Morrison and her friends will be appearing tomorrow night. It's tomorrow night, May 3rd, 7:30 p.m. at the Wamsutter Club in the beautiful James Arnold Mansion. And it starts at what, 7? Well, the doors open at 6:30, and 7:30 is when the concert begins. Cash bar, limited menu available. And we're going to close our session of Coffee Break with a performance of, and how appropriate is this? I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about me, To Be Weird.
You waited a long, long time for me to read your lines. I read it through once, put it down, 'cause I thought I was fine. Your patience alone makes sense when you could see the end. You looked at me quietly, 'cause I wanted to suffer again. I wanna be real for a minute. You could have run, but you looked at me hoping I'd say, give it to me, baby. To be weird, to be one, to be wise. We're more than the sum of our parts. We're bound for life. Ooh. Myself and think how calm I was contented to be reinvented as a doormat for someone. I should have known the minute I slapped that face and lost my cool. I wasn't one of the ordinary ones, I was just somebody's fool. I wanna be real for a minute. You could have run, but you looked at me hoping I'd say, give it to me, baby. To be one, to be wise. We're more than the sum of our parts. We're bound for life. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thanks for joining us, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.